In this special episode of The Young and the Restless, the story opens with a lavish New Year's Eve party in Genoa City, but behind the glittering lights and laughter, dark plots are slowly being revealed. Ian Ward, a cunning and evil man, has chosen Tessa as the target of his latest scheme. In a moment of carelessness, Ian sneaks an unknown substance into Tessa's drink. The consequences come quickly when Tessa begins to have difficulty breathing. She gasps for air, her vision blurs, and she finally collapses. When Mariah, Tessa's wife, walks in, she is met with a horrifying sight, Ian holding an unconscious Tessa in his arms. Fear and anger flare up in Mariah as she confronts Ian, a man who has caused them so much pain in their past. Meanwhile, Jordan, Ian's accomplice, is carrying out the other part of their plan. Sharon Newman, the strong-willed and protective mother of her family, becomes the next target. Jordan sneaks into Sharon's house and unexpectedly uses a rag soaked in anesthetic, causing Sharon to fall unconscious. He then quickly takes her away without leaving a trace. Nick Newman, who has always maintained a close relationship with Sharon, quickly notices her unusual disappearance. When he cannot contact her, Nick feels a sense of unease spread within him. He begins searching for Sharon, but the few clues he finds make him suspect that something is wrong. Meanwhile, at the New Year's Eve party, Phyllis Summers cannot hide her frustration. She grumbles at Christine and openly criticizes Michael Baldwin and Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, whom she feels have not stood up for her in recent matters. Phyllis's mood worsens, and she eventually decides to leave the party before the New Year's countdown begins. However, Phyllis's departure creates the perfect opportunity for Ian and Jordan. With their scheming natures, the two plan to frame Phyllis, making her the prime suspect in Sharon's kidnapping. Without an alibi, Phyllis can easily be dragged into a spiral of suspicion, making her life even more complicated. Sharon's disappearance and Tessa's critical condition throw Genoa City into a state of panic. Nick, along with Mariah, begin to work together to find the truth. They are determined to expose Ian and Jordan's plot, but both realize that this journey will be full of challenges. Meanwhile, Phyllis faces another battle. She knows that she needs to prove her innocence and find out who is behind this plot. But can Phyllis do it before all the evidence points against her? Or will she become the next victim in Ian and Jordan's dark plans? The episode ends with a suspenseful cliffhanger, leaving viewers waiting and curious about what happens next. The Young and the Restless continues to brilliantly portray the intertwined conflicts, intrigue and emotions that make each episode an unforgettable journey. Genoa City is never short of drama, and this time is no exception as the main characters are caught up in a series of events filled with twists, revelations and conflicts. Secrets, intertwined relationships, and dangerous confrontations leave the Newman, Abbott, and their families facing major changes in the new year. Phyllis and the shocking secret. Phyllis Summers, a woman known for her intelligence but also for her intrigue, is once again in the spotlight when she decides to reveal a shocking secret to her son, Daniel Romolotti Jr. Phyllis has never been one to give up easily in any battle, and this time, her determination for revenge puts her in an unforeseeable situation. Daniel, who has always tried to stay out of his mother's schemes, is thrown into a state of confusion when he hears these confessions. The biggest question on his mind is, did my mother do something too much to Sharon Newman? Sharon, accustomed to confronting Phyllis, never expected to find herself the target of a revenge plot. The secret Phyllis reveals threatens not only to tear apart the family relationship but also to shake the trust between Daniel and his mother. Kyle and Claire, hope for the new year. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman, two young people trying to find their place in their family's power and love struggles, choose a gentler way to end the year. Although they won't actually be together on New Year's Eve, they still decide to meet up to celebrate and look forward to the new year. Kyle, who has been caught between family conflicts and pressure from the Jabbo Corporation, finds temporary peace in talking to Claire. Meanwhile, Claire, a shrewd and ambitious woman, constantly encourages Kyle to pursue what he truly desires instead of succumbing to pressure from the Abbott family. Both hope that 2025 will bring positive changes, although they know that the road ahead will not be easy. Victor Newman and the confrontation with Ian Ward. In another development, Victor Newman, the head of the powerful Newman family, discovers that his longtime enemy, Ian Ward, has returned to Genoa City. Unable to stand idly by, Victor quickly confronts Ian, filled with anger and determination to protect his family from further threats. Victor, in his usual style, does not hesitate to issue a sharp warning. If you do not disappear immediately, I will make sure you end up 6 feet underground. Ian, as usual, appears unconcerned and even pretends to have changed, trying to convince Victor that he is no longer a threat. However, Ian's return throws the Newman family into further turmoil. Adam Newman, Victoria Newman and the rest of the family are drawn into the conflict, as it becomes clear that Ian is plotting a larger revenge plan against Victor and his family. The Newman family. The troubles continue. Ian's arrival is just one of many problems facing the Newman family. Victoria continues to struggle to maintain control of Newman Enterprises amid pressure from both her family and outside rivals. Adam, driven by ambition and jealousy, is constantly looking to prove his place in the family, even if it means confronting his own father. At the same time, Nick Newman is torn between protecting Sharon from Phyllis's machinations and supporting his family in their fight against Ian. The turmoil within the Newman family puts every relationship to the test, and each member must make difficult decisions to protect their interests. Preparing for 2025, peace or new explosion? The events of the end of the year set the stage for a tumultuous new year in Genoa City. Will Phyllis continue her quest for revenge, or will she realize that it could cost her Daniel's trust? Will Kyle and Claire find common ground and embark on a new journey, or will they be drawn into endless family strife? As for Victor, will he be able to eliminate Ian once and for all, or will the return of his old enemy be the start of a new series of tragedies for the Newman clan? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: Genoa City will never be short of drama and surprises. The Young and the Restless continues to captivate audiences with its thrilling plot twists, complex relationships, and never-ending confrontations. In 2025, viewers can expect even more dramatic twists and turns, as the characters face life-changing choices in life and love. Amidst the increasingly complex intrigue, Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman seek to escape the pressure and enjoy a peaceful moment before the new year. Although they cannot be together on New Year's Eve, they still meet and share their hopes for 2025. Kyle, who is always torn between family responsibilities and personal desires, finds a kindred spirit in Claire. Claire, with her intelligence and determination, encourages Kyle to escape the shadow of the Abbott family to seek his own path. Although it is only a brief moment, Claire's presence gives Kyle strength as he faces the challenges ahead. However, their lives are not all sweet moments. In a family full of competition and intrigue like the Abbott and Newman, any relationship can easily fall victim to calculation and conflict. Can Kyle and Claire maintain this relationship in such a harsh environment? Victor Newman, the fateful confrontation with Ian Ward. In another development, Victor Newman, the head of the Newman family, receives shocking news: Ian Ward, his sworn enemy, has returned to Genoa City. The history between Victor and Ian is a long series of contradictions, betrayals and conflicts. This time, Victor has no intention of giving Ian any more chances. The encounter between the two is a tense and suffocating confrontation. With a cold gaze, Victor does not hesitate to issue a threat. If you do not disappear immediately, I will make sure that you never have the chance to cause trouble again. 6 feet underground is the right place for you. Ian, as usual, responds with a provocative attitude, pretending that he has changed and is no longer a threat. But Victor is not easily fooled. He knows that Ian always has shady plans and will not hesitate to drag the Newman family into danger to achieve his goals. Ian's return not only poses a threat to Victor, but also puts the Newman family in a more difficult position than ever. Chaos in the Newman family. Ian's presence has caused tensions to flare up within the Newman family. Victoria Newman, who has always tried to maintain her position at the top of Newman Enterprises, feels the pressure increasing as she faces threats from within and without. Adam Newman, with his ambition and jealousy, constantly tries to wrest control from his sister, making things even more complicated. Meanwhile, Nick Newman is torn between supporting his family and protecting Sharon, who seems to be Phyllis's target. The rifts in the relationship between the Newman family members deepen, as everyone tries to protect their own interests while forgetting the core values of the family. Genoa City, the beginning of new changes. As 2025 approaches, Genoa City is more than just a place where characters search for love and power. It is also a place where conspiracies and secrets are revealed and relationships are tested to their limits. The events that take place in the final days of the year will not only shape the fates of each character, but also lay the foundation for new, more dramatic conflicts in the new year. Will Phyllis continue her path of revenge, or will she realize that keeping Daniel by her side is more important than anything else? Can Kyle and Claire overcome family pressure to build a bright future? And most importantly, what will Victor Newman do to protect his family from Ian Ward, who has the potential to destroy everything he has built? The Young and the Restless is not only a story about love and family, but also a lesson in loyalty, sacrifice, and difficult choices. The year 2025 promises to bring big surprises, as the characters continue to fight for what they truly desire in the tumultuous life of Genoa City.